Hi, 8th graders. This is Mr. Ansley, and I am going to make this little video to help walk you through the Ronald Reagan High School course selection card. Okay, so I want to make a few points today, because I know there's a lot of questions. So a couple of things. When you log into Skyward and you bring up your course request, most of you will show Ronald Reagan as your home school. Okay, however, some people are on school choice. Some people's home school is a different high school, and that's the high school that's going to come up when you log into Skyward for next year. So what you need to do is go ahead and put your course request in for that high school. And if you're going to a magnet school, or you're moving, or you're going to do school choice to Reagan, once that gets approved and once you get accepted, and then it'll roll over, and Reagan High School counselors will make sure that you have the classes that you need. But you need to go ahead and put your course request in for the high school that shows in Skyward. And when that rolls and the process gets approved, it'll change over to Reagan. Okay? So we need to take care of that. Okay? Now, there's a lot of questions about endorsements. So if you look in the middle of the course card, right where it says multidisciplinary studies, STEMs, arts and humanities, public services, business and industry, you are supposed to choose an endorsement, right? So most students, when they finish high school with their 28 credits, right, you have 4 years, there's 7 slots, 4 times 7 is 28. So you have 28 slots, right? And you only need 26 credit requirements to graduate. Okay? Think of endorsements as an area of interest, right? So if you are interested in aeronautics, or maybe you're interested in foreign languages, if you take courses in those areas, you'll earn an endorsement in that area. An endorsement is not important in terms of the overall completion of your high school experience. It is for you to take classes in things you're interested in. It has nothing to do with getting into college or anything like that. Okay? So for example, if I don't have enough classes to earn an endorsement in any of these particular areas, what I'm going to end up having is a multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Okay? You're going to get the academic 4 core because you take your English, math, science, and social studies all 4 years. Okay? So most students will at least earn the multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Okay? So if you have more questions about endorsements, come by and talk to us. We'll be glad to help you with that. Remember, the Skyward window is open through February 18th. After February 18th, you will have to go through your counselor at Reagan High School to make any changes to your course selections. You'll have until the last day of school, May 27th, to make any changes to your course selections, okay? So it's really very simple, guys. When you look up at the course selections, you'll notice that high school does it by semester. They have a first semester option and a second semester option. When you're picking a full year course, you only need to enter it under the first semester course title, okay? So when you're looking at your course selection sheet and you're filling in your courses, English is first. Pick the English class that you want to take, whether it's regular, honors, or if you're in gifted and talented, you need to make sure that if you try to choose gifted and talented that you are in GT classes now, okay? And the same for math. If you're in 8th grade math now, you would choose Algebra 1. If you're in Algebra 1, you can choose one of your geometry courses. If you're in the hyper-accelerated math, or if you have a more advanced class in math because you've taken tests or you come from us from another district and you're in geometry now, you can look at your course selection on the back and it shows the math selections year by year. And you can look on the back of your course card and see you have the subject areas, English, math, science, and social studies, and it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like for 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade years. Okay? The important thing to remember is high school is not like middle school. You don't have to take a class at any particular time. For example, other than your core classes, right? So after you pick your English, math, science, and social studies class, you'll notice you have 3 slots left. So what do I do with those? Well, if you look under your credit requirements, it tells you you need a health class. If you haven't taken health at Bush as an 8th grader, then you can take a health class. You need 1 year of physical ed. So there's lots of things that count as a PE credit in high school. Talk to your counselors about those. So for example, marching band is also a PE credit and a fine art credit. If you're going to take a sport like football or basketball, that also gives you a PE credit. But if you're not playing sports and you want to take PE, you do need 1 year of a PE credit, so you can take PE. You can also take a foreign language, right? Remember, in high school, you have to have 2 years of a foreign language in the same language to meet your graduation requirements. So some people do that their freshman year. Do you have to? No, you don't have to. This is choices that you talk about with your parents and how you want to plan out your 4 years in high school, okay? So those are options. You can also choose an endorsement area, right? If you pick an endorsement and you see some classes that are available for 9th graders under that endorsement, you can take those as one of your classes for either 5th, 6th, or 7th choice. Okay, and then you'll notice they have alternate courses list. You can pick up to 3 alternate courses, and what that is in your elective choices, if one of those classes that you pick in Skyward and actually put in as your schedule, if one of those classes becomes unavailable, the counselor will look at your first alternate choice and put that one in instead. So for example, over at Reagan, American Sign Language is a popular class. Not all freshmen get to take that class that sign up for it. So it would be helpful if you list an alternate class that you would like to take. If you put that as one of your 7 choices and it's full and you don't get in it, then your counselor will automatically look at your first alternate course selection and replace that, okay? So that's how that works. And then you'll notice on your course card, it's very helpful. You should keep it. You can use it to help enter your classes when you go log into Skyward. But also, if you notice, it kind of helps you plan out your 4-year plan. At the bottom there, it has 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade with all those blank spaces. And it shows you what you have to take. And then depending on your math track and the social studies classes that you choose over your 4 years in high school, it may look a little different. That's why those aren't filled in for you. But you'll notice like English 1, 2, 3, and 4, everybody has to take. If you notice that U.S. history is something that everybody will take, those are the classes that everybody has to take, so it's filled in for you. But you'll notice that all those other blank spaces are because you get to choose what classes you want in high school. So that's why it's important to meet with your high school counselor. They will meet with you at least once a year to make sure you're on track to graduate on time, okay? And then if you look at the back of your course card, it lists all the classes that are available in your 9th grade year. Do not write in a course or sign up for a course that's not on your course card. The course card shows you what classes are available for 9th graders. If you're interested in a class that is not listed on the course card, then you will have to ask your counselor over at Reagan to see if that's available to incoming 9th graders. It may be a special class that's available, but you'll need to ask them, especially if it's not listed on this course card. So only sign up for classes that are listed on your course card, and if you have a question about that, you need to check with your Reagan counselor before you add or write something in that's not on this course card. Okay? Now today, I want everybody to make sure that you have filled out your high school course card, because the counselor is going to be coming out into the science classroom, and then we are going to pull people out into the hallway individually, and we're going to have you log in and pull up your Skyward requests and make sure that your classes are in correctly. So for example, that you have an English, math, science, and social studies class, and that you have 3 electives. You'll notice that some classes have in parentheses beside them the word SEM. That stands for semester. That means that class is only one semester. So if you choose a semester class, right, then you make sure that you choose another semester class to pair with it, okay? Now, as far as other questions, things like the kind of tests like the PSAT or high school credits that earn you college credit for college and things like that, we'll answer those questions individually for people that have those questions. But remember, your high school counselor is the expert in those areas, and they will make sure that when you sit down with them to talk about your 4-year plan moving forward once you get to high school, that they will answer all those questions and have you prepared. What you don't want to end up doing is being in your senior year of high school and not have taken your foreign language, for example. If you do not have your credits, even though you're a senior, you will have to come back to school until you finish your credits before you earn your high school diploma. That's why it's important that you stay on track and know what classes you're taking. Okay? So we'll talk to you soon. Best wishes, and we'll see you later for now. Take care.